I don't believe Otega Oweh is going to the NBA, and we shouldn't believe that. This is a big boost for BBN if it happens, by the way. Let's take a look at this. Pope has already warned, Otega is going through this recruiting process and we're rooting for him every step of the way. But I know a big part of his heart is here at Kentucky, Pope told CBS Sports Jon Rothstein last week. If he comes back, he'll come back as the likely SEC Player of the Year. Clearly, he has a bright future ahead of him. Should we be worried? I don't think so. Let's see. As Otega Oweh navigates the waters of the NBA draft process, his words resonate with determination and ambition, but also with a strategic clarity that should be seen as a positive sign for Kentucky basketball. While Oweh's initial comments may have raised some eyebrows among fans, it's crucial to look beyond the alarmist headlines and see the bigger picture. A player who is making the most of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to prepare for the next chapter of his career, whether that's in the NBA or back at Rupp Arena. Since arriving at Kentucky, head coach Mark Pope has demonstrated a remarkable ability to not only develop talent, but also create an environment where players can thrive both on and off the court. Jackson Robinson's journey over the past year perfectly illustrates that philosophy. Much like Oweh today, Robinson faced questions about his future as he tested the draft market. However, his ultimate decision to return to Lexington was accompanied by a significant increase in his visibility and performance, cementing himself as a key player on the Wildcats roster prior to his unfortunate injury. This history provides an encouraging precedent for Oweh, suggesting that the current process can be viewed as a tool for growth rather than necessarily a one-way street to the exit. It's important to note that Oweh isn't simply testing the waters in a superficial way. He's diving in headfirst, participating in workouts with renowned franchises such as the Portland Trail Blazers, Houston Rockets, and Boston Celtics. These encounters aren't just opportunities to impress scouts. They represent an invaluable chance to receive detailed feedback from experienced professionals who can help him identify specific areas for improvement. His comment that, "I'm not going through this process with 1 foot in and 1 foot out," reflects a mature and focused mindset, traits that will only enhance his value regardless of which path he chooses to take. Still, the financial and competitive realities of professional basketball cannot be ignored. With current rankings placing Oweh as a marginal draft pick, there are practical reasons to consider a return to Kentucky. The potential gains from NIL partnerships at the college far outweigh what he could secure as a late second-round pick. Additionally, the added exposure of a full season at Kentucky, leading a roster full of complementary talent, could catapult him into a more advantageous position in the 2025 draft. Not to mention the positive impact his presence would have on the program, further solidifying the legacy Mark Pope has built in Lexington. Perhaps the most valuable lesson here is how Oweh and his colleagues are approaching these decisions. This isn't about backing out of commitments or jumping ship when the going gets tough. Rather, it's an exercise in self-awareness and strategic planning. Coach Pope has been transparent about the importance of supporting his athletes in their individual aspirations, understanding that their success directly reflects the success of the program. This collaborative approach creates a virtuous cycle, where players feel confident in exploring their options, knowing they have a safe haven to return to should they decide to continue their college journey. As BBN anxiously awaits Oweh's final decision, it's worth remembering that this moment should not be viewed as a crisis, but rather as part of the natural process of evolution for an elite program. His words, while blunt, reveal a young athlete committed to his dream, but also aware of the complexities involved. Whatever the outcome, Kentucky basketball will be strengthened by having a coach like Mark Pope at the helm, someone who not only accepts but embraces these situations as opportunities to mold champions, on and off the court. And who knows? Maybe we'll see Oweh back at Rupp Arena, ready to lead the Wildcats into another exciting season, with new weapons in his arsenal and even more determined to make his mark on the history of the program. And this football? Derek Jackson, who made his mark at Kentucky during 5 seasons of college football, now has the chance to prove his worth in the NFL by signing with the Seattle Seahawks. After a career marked by solid performances and overcoming physical adversities, Jackson joins the Washington State team to compete for a spot on the professional roster, under the command of coach Mike Macdonald. Jackson was a key piece of the Wildcats' defense, accumulating impressive numbers throughout his career. In 47 games as a starter over the last 3 years, he recorded 216 tackles, including 17 tackles for loss, 9 sacks, and 5 interceptions. His leadership on the field was also evident when he led Kentucky in tackles in the 2022 and 2023 seasons, becoming a reference for his teammates. This consistency has cemented his reputation as one of the most reliable linebackers in the SEC. However, his journey has not been without obstacles. 2 notable injuries have marked his time at Kentucky and likely contributed to his absence from this year's NFL draft. The first occurred in 2021, when he suffered a serious Achilles injury during spring practice, forcing him to miss nearly the entire season. Despite that, he has shown resilience in returning to the field and regaining his fitness and performance on the field. Most recently, in 2024, another injury, this time to his shoulder, cut short his final college campaign, causing him to miss Kentucky's final 4 games. Without those setbacks, some believe Jackson could have been selected in the draft. Now, with the opportunity to shine at the Seattle Seahawks rookie minicamp, Jackson faces a new chapter in his career. The Seahawks currently have just 5 inside linebackers on the roster, which leaves room for him to compete for a starting spot or at the very least make a splash as a free agent. His experience and versatility could be valuable to a defense looking to bolster its units. If Jackson can demonstrate the same tenacity and skill he displayed at Kentucky, he certainly has a shot at earning a spot. Jackson's deal with the Seattle Seahawks also expands the Cats' presence in the NFL. He joins other former Kentucky players who are looking to make it big in the professional ranks, including first-round pick Maxwell Hairston, Buffalo Bills, fourth-round pick Deone Walker, Bills, and other undrafted free agents, UDFAs, such as Zion Childress, Dallas Cowboys, Jamin Dumas-Johnson, Green Bay Packers, Marquez Cox, Denver Broncos, Eli Cox, Houston Texans, Trevon Ribka, Miami Dolphins, J.J. Weaver, Los Angeles Chargers, and Alex Rayner, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This crop of talent reflects the work the program has done under Mark Stoops, which has produced athletes capable of competing at the highest level. For Derek Jackson, this is a pivotal moment. He comes to the NFL with something to prove, determined to show that injuries don't define his ability to contribute at a high level. With his work ethic, leadership, and SEC-proven skills, he has all the tools necessary to make a positive impact in Seattle. Kentucky fans will be proud to follow his journey as he strives to turn his college experience into professional success. Now he's taking that mindset to the NFL, where every kick, tackle, and decision can shape his career. The future is uncertain, but one thing is certain: Derek Jackson is ready to start over. Comment below.